Welcome to another episode of the Cypher with KJ and Mal, where church is always on the move, and we bringing the word like Sunday service. It's going down in a real way. Hey, man, this is episode 34. Ladies first, and it's going down.
Yeah.
It's going down. Ladies first, man. And it's going down in a real way. Hey, this show is sponsored by Yancy Milan Homes. She has the best candles, bath butters. Yoni bars for you ladies. Visit yancymilan.com. Or if you're in the Atlanta area, go to 1750 Lee Road, Lithia Springs, Georgia. And she'll get you right. Tell them the Cypher sent you. But right now, we about to kick it to my special co-host, COO of Scatter Sites Entertainment and the host of Unpacked Bags. Y'all give it up for my girl, Amanda.
Hey, what's going on? KJ, I need a new shirt. I need a new shirt.
Yeah, you need to do it, man.
I'm repping the CEO, but I need a new shirt. I done got promoted.
Hey, you promoted, you know what I'm saying? Now, you can't take my spot. No, you're right beside me, baby. You know what I'm saying? But right now, man, we about to, introduce these ladies, man. Caught them on Instagram. What they doing is so dope, and the name tripped me out. But I was intrigued, so I had to see what was going on, man. Yeah. Shout out to Dope Shit All the crew, man. So they had a little...
Man, yes. Yeah. Shout out to Dope Shit Only crew, man, for real.
They rocking.
Man, and they had A.B. Gates
I seen that last
in the
night.
show last night.
Lori Harvey, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they got him in.
Yes, the city's doing major things. So shout out to Dope Shit for the connection and making it happen.
Man, it is. But right now, I'm going to introduce to you one and a half of the two Chicks in a Dick podcast.
2 Chicks in a Dick.
My girl, they said her name is OD. They said it's Oprah Diddy.
Diddy.
Man, y'all get over my girl, Latoya Wells, man.
Welcome.
What's up, y'all?
Welcome
Thank you for having me.
Right.
My co-host couldn't be here with us tonight. Rachel J, the socialite, is doing just what she does, being a socialite, traveling the world, making connections everywhere that she goes. So I bought the next best thing. My really good friend Jaleesa, who's here representing, because I'm gonna say it wrong. OGM Complex.
There it is.
Welcome.
Welcome. Man, this is a Cypher podcast. We always bring the real. You know what I'm talking about? We back to the kitchen. We back to the pots. We dodge the short pocket thoughts. That's how we do on the show. You know what I'm saying? Mal couldn't be here. He got a party. This sister turning 60. Shout out to her. Shout out to your belated birthday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I turned 37.
You 37?
Okay.
Okay. You're the first female to see her real age around here.
Oh, I don't mind. I embrace it.
Man, all right.
I got a little wisdom coming through and stuff. I'm good. I ain't worried about it. Yeah.
Man, this is ladies first, man. And, before we get into some topics, we're going to come up with some main topics that's been hot, trending lately. The Micheal B. Jordan and the Lori Harvey thing. Everybody's on social media going in. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he a sucker, he a simp. But I'm like, man, the girl just dating. Let her date.
She's young. She's young. She's real young.
Yeah.
I really haven't liked the fact that they painted her like such a villain because she's clear in her expectations.
Yeah.
Like, why is she wrong? Because she doesn't want the same things as he does.
Yeah.
So not even necessarily a man, but just him.
Because it's not the norm. We don't do that. We don't walk away. We hang in there and all that. So that's why. I mean, I hate to be that person that says it, but it's not the norm. So when we actually see somebody, especially a celebrity that's doing that, we're going to paint a different picture because it's not the picture we used to looking at.
You hit the nail on the head. Like, every time anybody has asked me about that situation, I'm like, go her. I got 3 daughters, so I'm pro-choice about whatever you choose to do in your life. If it's the man that you're dating, if it's what you want to do with your career, your body, your education, like, it's your choice. And if it's not fitting your plan, man, cut it short.
My only thing is I just hope that she's upfront about that in the beginning, though. That's the only thing. Because if they're thinking something different, then that does suck for the guy. It does. It's hard for the guy to accept that. You know what I'm saying? If he don't know that.
But he's 10 years different.
He is.
And she's young. And so she might have started thinking that, this could be forever. But as you're in a relationship, you grow. So your mind change. It has to be okay.
It does. It does change. But that communication has to continue to happen. You know what I'm saying? Over and over and over again. So when the change is going to happen. It's not an easy conversation, but it's definitely a conversation that has to be had like often, so you don't run into a heartbreak. Is a heartbreak. It doesn't matter how it happens. There's no way to finesse it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you gotta stay vocal. You gotta keep communicating. You gotta, if it's not fun no more, we gotta talk about it. It's not fun no more, or we gotta talk about these goals. I'm going this way now. You going this way. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely has to be communicated.
I think you keyed on it. When all this stuff broke, that was kind of like the first thing that I said was, how do we know that they were even really happy? Like, the media could have just been painting this picture that it was a perfect relationship because they look so good together.
Right.
Yeah.
But really, at the end of the day, like, his sex could have been terrible. She could have lacked a personality. Like, it could have been a little bit of anything.
It could have been.
Somewhere along the line, we're not having fun anymore. Like, have you ever been in a situation where you with a partner and it's like, the shit was cool a week ago, but I'm really not feeling you like I thought that I was feeling you anymore. So
we had a conversation about that. We hit me up. I was like, well, just good a week ago. Yeah, we gonna keep that uptight. You know what I'm saying?
You brought all that full circle. Okay.
It was like, oh, okay. It was all good just a week ago. I'm like, okay, cool.
Understood. I picked up on that vibe though. But that's perfect how media portrays, and you don't really know the full story. You know what I'm saying? So in their situation, it's unfortunate that they're celebrities and it's broadcasted. But I think it's a really good lesson that everybody can take out of it. And that's mind your business and worry about your own situation.
Right.
And then, like, if this ain't for you, be willing to say this ain't for me and not commit to something that you really are not. You're not 100% into.
That's it. Yeah.
That's the thing about it. But I want to speak on this. D.L. Hughley, Mo'Nique, her husband just sitting back and grinning, losing all their money. You know what I'm saying?
What's the juice on it? I only got the second part of it.
She got mad because D.L. was supposed to headline. She posted a headline, but I'm like, okay, D.L. Hughley is out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mo'Nique, nobody ain't seen you in a minute. You ain't been touring, so how you headlining? You know what I'm saying? So
this is true.
She trying to bring all that stuff up, all the contract,
and
then talked about his daughter, his wife, and all that stuff. It's like you kicking a whole lot of dust up, and it's like, okay, one person be like, well, it might. Then 7 people who's like, hey man, you gotta look at yourself. Like, hey, am I really the cancer in this room?
She need to come on Unpacked Bags, don't she?
Girl, please go talk to her. Please go talk to her. She needs a hug. She needs some therapy. She needs something. And she's very talented at what she does, so it's unfortunate that she was blackballed. But in this
case,
her
husband did it. It's like a lot of manager husbands messing these ladies' careers up. You think about Mary J. Blige.
Yes, for real.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of folks. We go to the 80s and stuff.
Oprah Diddy is like, I think I just want a Stedman. Like, I don't need nothing, like, all in my area, all what I got going on. Like, you do your own thing. Just support me when I get to the house.
That's it. Yeah.
When I come home, I'm going to tell you all about it. But when I'm right there, you don't need to be there.
Right. Mind your business.
But in her situation, like, I do kind of think, like, this might be you. Because it is a lot of people that keep saying the same thing. And then now you publicly going on stages and broadcasting the way that you handling situations. So it changes the dynamics of how people view your conversations. Like... At first, we never seen her show out and be so vocal. Not saying that she doesn't have the right to have a voice, but it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Right.
Absolutely.
And if y'all doing business, the audience don't have no business knowing nothing about what's going on in y'all's situation. Because 2 months from now, you might hit me up about another opportunity and I can make some more bread off of our connection. But now,
you done burnt that bridge.
I don't got nothing for you.
Right.
Like, and it makes other people be like, I ain't trying to.
Yeah, the business is bad out there now.
You bad with
I don't know. It's messy.
Terrible.
It's a little
messy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to my the big homie Trouble, man. I was down in Atlanta last weekend when it happened, and everything. I'm visiting my mom. She was turning 65 or whatever. So, I got the news that
Happy birthday, Mom.
Shout out, Mama. She's still shaking.
Shout out, Mom. moms. That's my birthday twin.
On the 5th.
Yeah, on the 5th.
Yeah,
That's
damn
right.
Geminis.
That's right. Yeah. True Gemini. Yeah.
But, he got caught in a situation, dude still in the mix and come over the house and you laying in the bed. I know that ride is long because if anybody, know Atlanta, from Conyers to where he stayed, his hood, that's a long ride at 3 a.m. So, but at the same time, the lady should have, like, hey, dude ain't been home about 2 weeks, I'm thinking, let's meet out or let's come over your crib or get a room or whatever. I don't know, but it's just crazy. It's the sad part about it is how, Jesus Christ, it's sad. These dudes get crazy and get to killing women because they don't want to be with them. Because my whole thing, before anybody said anything, I said, man, I bet that dude didn't have a job. Y'all got in his ass and got kicked out the house. That's what it was. He got kicked out of the house, because he hit her in the eye the week before. They said in the report. And he rolled off.
That's not funny that he hit her in the eye.
He hit her in the eye and he rolled off. So it was like, but the argument was about, get you a job. Get your ass up out of here. It's like, man, these folks be giving y'all chances, but y'all want to chill and eat all the Cheetos and play PlayStation 5 all day. And they be like, hey, I'm tired of this. You got to go. And then you get upset.
Mm-hmm. And then he saw her with a guy of stature.
Yeah.
Somebody that definitely could have a job and, had something about
right.
him. So why did that hold his ego so much where he had to kill the man?
That's what I'm saying. You coming in, they sleep. Dude looked like a good 6'3", 6'4". He was a big dude.
Yeah, he was a big dude.
Yeah, he was a big dude. So they trying to wrestle this dude. He grabbing the gun and take one shot and he off, But the sad part about it, a man lost his life. You about to lose your life.
Yeah.
This girl about to be in the club doing a Tootsie Roll somewhere, kicking it while you in jail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The other side of that is, why would Trouble even put himself in a situation like that when you know that you're a man of stature? Like, why would you be lacking?
Yeah, but
and from his history, it was like you was out here sleeping with a lot of women, and it's like you knew what you was doing because he had also made a post like
he
a
was
couple
on lip
days
service saying something like that, with
talking reckless, like so it was kind of like
came to bite you.
Like not to say that he deserved to lose his life over something so stupid, but it's also like when you get into a certain level in your career or in your life, you can't keep associating yourself with people that don't have the same things to lose as you.
Right.
Like this man, he ain't gonna have his freedom no more. Right. So he's losing access to his family. Mm-hmm. But you lost a whole fan base and a career because you was laying up with another chick. Like not even one of significance. Yeah. She was just somebody you was just fucking off with. Like that's bad business. It like you setting yourself up for the kill when you put yourself in those types of situations.
Yeah, man, you gotta be careful out here, fellas. Be careful. Keep it still.
Don't trust these hoes.
Man, don't trust these niggas.
Can we cuss on here?
Yeah.
Okay, because I've just been cussing all over the
shit, man. Ass, all that shit. Yeah, we said it all.
I was glad she went on and said, I was like, yes. Yes. Go for it. Hell.
Man.
Say what?
Two Chicks in the Dick podcast. I want to ask this, how did y'all start with that podcast and that name?
So it has a very, very interesting story. And it's all tied into Oprah Diddy. So when I came into the music and entertainment industry, I came in wanting to work with independent artists. Mm-hmm. My family has always had musical ties. My friends have always been in the industry, whether they were beat making or the actual artist or writing songs. And I've always had like an administrative background. So I was like, I want to capitalize off of this opportunity. Yeah. Like, let me apply my corporate skills to this independent industry and finesse it. Yeah. So I did a lot of different things, and I had the opportunity to work at BMI, which is Broadcast Music Incorporated. They do all the PROs and royalties for artists, for independent artists, and major streamlined celebrities, with Taylor Swift being one of their most prominent artists. When I was working there, podcasting had just came into play, and I had two coworkers that were white, and one looked like Ken and one looked like Barbie. Wow. And we used to sit and we used to talk all the time, and the Ken was like, we should do a podcast. And I was like, we should, and we should call it Two Chicks and a Dick Podcast.
Wow.
So that's where the name of the podcast was birthed. Okay. But a couple of years later, I moved on, went to the career that I'm at now. Mm-hmm. And when I got there, I met my co-host. Oh. And we used to have, and she was my co-host. Like, that's where I also met her too. But we used to sit in our pods and have the dopest conversations. Yeah. And they were unfiltered. They were raw. Mm-hmm. They were about any and everything. Right. And my co-host, she was like, podcasting and communications is a passion of mine as well. I want to do something. I want to get in the industry, and I'm entrepreneurial based. Like, that's my mindset, even though I go check in at corporate every day. I work a business. I go to school. I take care of my kids. Hustler. Like, I'm a hustler by nature. So we literally, we talked about it a couple times at work, and I was working with Fleet DJs. Shout out to Fleet DJs. They have been instrumental in my career, and I tell them that all the time. But I had a DJ here from Tennessee that connected me with a guy that had a studio space. He gave me a dirt cheap rate. We had 3 people. It was me, her, and a dick. The dick didn't work out. So we kept the concept. You know, we keep our dicks optional. We rotate them in and out every week. When we record, and our dicks are females too, in a sense. Y'all my females, I guess. But we did that concept because women are called bitches and hoes and sluts, and we're shamed all the time in the media. And this was our opportunity to say it's sometimes even the not so good things are there. It's okay. Like, so if you can be called a bitch, then I can call you a dick. You know, that's kind of how it all came full circle. So we connected. We opened the podcast studio. 2 years later, here we are.
That's it. Congratulations.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. For real. So it's been a lot of hard work on both ends. I would say that I'm more of the creative engine of our show. And my socialite, Rachel J., my co-host, she's the one that is feet on the street majority of the time. So if you follow her on Instagram, I think it is Rachel J. And I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but follow us on Two Chicks and a Dick podcast on Instagram with underscores under every word. You'll see that she's like... That's all she does. Every weekend, she's at some event doing something in the community. Yeah. So that works for us because I'm hustling and she's feet on the street. And Two Chicks and a Dick is growing off of that that connection from the both of us. And we just out here like, come on, let's go on your podcast and come on ours. So thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
And I was long-winded as fuck, but I apologize. You asked for the story. I wanted to give it to you.
Let people know. You know what I'm saying? So they can check this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Good conversations. And
yes, listen to us. Like, that's the one concept that I didn't get to key into. Like, we've covered topics like being black in America. Yeah. We've talked about whether you give head or not. Yeah. We've had conversations about if your dude cheating, are you staying? Like, is you broke or what are we doing? Like, we talk about everything that's really going on right now, and it's unfiltered, raw. Just let's talk about it. Like, it ain't gotta be so like unpacked bags, baby. Like,
absolutely. I appreciate the plug.
Yeah.
Because it's about to get all the way wrong.
Let's go.
Let me get your show back. Like, I don't win the OD mode. My bad.
That's what I'm saying. We let y'all talk. That's what it's all about. But, I got a couple of questions, Since it's lady first, I had to ask some questions for the guys, and some of the listeners done hit me up. And we're like, okay, man, let's, can't you ask this, bro? Can't ask ladies this, man. I was like, okay, cool.
I have a no cap concept, so
okay. Hey.
I ain't gonna get on here and cap.
Don't cap,
you
please.
Can't come back if you cap.
No,
you
can't
come back.
I hope none of my followers told you to ask a question.
No.
That's some shit right there.
I'm ready though.
All right. Do you think people live their life according to how people portray them or look at them? Instead of living your best life, just because a lot of people can't be themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's like they got to put on a persona or a mask, some step out here. Just keep it all the way 100 with yourself. So do you think that?
In certain settings.
Yeah.
It's just like when you're in a relationship, sometimes you veer towards that man. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like people can be themselves, but with their own personality, if they're worried about what other people say about them, then they can't. But to say that they can't be themselves because of what the world is doing, I don't think that that's what's happening. I think that's something we're doing on our own. You know what I'm saying? You got to be okay with yourself, flaws and all. You know what I'm saying? And then whoever, the great thing about it that people don't understand is whoever is okay with who you are, that's when your world starts being created. You know what I'm saying? So then you can definitely be free. Like I tell people all the time, like I have an attitude that I'm working on. I do. I have an attitude that I'm working on. I know that about me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And as free as I can be, I won't just excuse it just because I know it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the people that have come around me can even say, she has a tendency to do this or that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But it's still me. I can snap sometimes.
Really mean.
What's your sign?
Gemini.
Okay.
I'm either really good or really, really bad. Yep. Really, really good or really, really bad.
Okay.
But instead of being ashamed of that and hiding that, I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? Even if I ain't got no money, I'm not out here trying to buy steak with bologna money. You know what I'm saying? To try to keep up with the Joneses or the Jetsons for that matter. You know what I'm saying? Okay. The Joneses are not even keeping up with the Joneses because everybody is still putting on a front. You know what I mean? So I got to be me. So when my friends tell me, hey, let's go to such and such, it's like this is a KFC night for me. You know what I'm saying? Or, So, I mean, if I'm upfront about it.
For real, though.
My world is going to switch. And I ain't got to hide it from nobody.
She laughing because this the bitch that's like, let's go to Morton's, let's go to Fleming's, and I'm like, nah, I can't do that right now.
It's an Applebee's night.
Not a part of the plan.
You want a Logan's?
Absolutely. But your world will change based off of that. You know what I'm saying? She's still holding it down for you. You can still be yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if people can learn that, that'd be all good.
Man.
So I have a different.
Talk to me, Oprah Diddy.
Yeah, come on, let's go.
Talk to me, Oprah Diddy.
I think people fall into that trap all the time, and it's only people like you that's lucky enough to be comfortable in your flaws and be willing to work on them. Mm-hmm. I don't think a lot of people are that mature to where they'll sit down in front of the mirror and say, this is my problem. These are my issues. Mm-hmm. Most of the time, you'll see a lot of people that's like, no, but you did this to me, which caused me to act like this to you. Yeah. Which also translates even into your profession. Like when you sign up for a job, these people expect something out of you.
They do.
And if you don't come in there and do that, whether it's on the podcast, whether it's when you go clock in your 9 to 5, whether it's when you interacting with your kids, they expect something from you.
Yeah.
And you are constantly trying to make sure that you are meeting those expectations and filling those shoes to a point that you feel like you can't just be your authentic self all the time because you have all of these other roles that you got to fill and titles that you got to kind of meet the obligations for, that it's hard to get to a place to where you can really just say, no, I'm going to do me, and all of these other things are going to have to follow suit. For me, especially as a mother, one that primarily takes care of her kids on her own. Yeah. It's like, I can't go out here and make the same decisions that my kids' fathers have made and it be okay and be acceptable. I have to live up to a certain standard. I have to do certain things every single day to make sure that my kids have the lifestyle that they have right now and to be able to maintain that and set them up for success because they dads is out this motherfucker like living their best life.
Yeah. Right. But in a sense, though, you want to, though. You know what I'm saying? You will, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. At the same time, as a mother, not to separate because I got my child's father is not in her life.
Oh, okay.
Disappeared a long time ago. So at the same time, even if with that reflection, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't have a choice, no, but I'm going to do that whether he was here or not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I definitely agree with those points that you were saying, because you do feel like that. You're like, I can't really do this or say that. Just in a small setting with, if my kid even thinks I'm upset, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, whew, okay, I gotta work this out. But eventually you get to a point where it's like, look, I'm gonna have to be honest with you on a 4-year-old level, but I gotta get it out. You know what I'm saying? This is me. This is what's happening. I definitely agree with you though.
What about in work though? What about at work though?
Work is the same way. I deal with that. I am a regional manager at my job. I do logistics, and my boss, sometimes we don't agree with certain things. When I first came into it, I think she had different expectations, and for me, and I know I have a different lifestyle. I'm blessed in many ways. They tell me this on the podcast. You have a rare gift and blah, blah, blah. Like, I get it. I totally get it. But I feel like that's the freedom. And that's what my language is, coming from God, coming from myself, is that I have to speak that. When you feel uncomfortable, it's so important for you to be who you are. And with my job, when we didn't agree on stuff, I had to say it. Nervous as hell, but I had to say how I felt. Because then this is not the job for me then. If I believe that God is going to make a way, here it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's
Did she just unpack that bag? Unpack that bag?
We unpacking on here. I told you ladies first. For real.
But I'm not saying that's easy. I'm not saying that's easy at all. But I believe in that type of freedom. If we are already chained in by other things of the world, the only freedom you're going to have is yourself. So do that as much as you can. Practice that as much as you can until you get to that level. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
Thank you. Thank you.
I agree wholeheartedly with what you said. Like, if I'm supposed to be in the room, I'm supposed to be my authentic self in this room. I'm not supposed to come in here and give you bits and pieces of who I am. I'm supposed to come in this room and give you my full self because that's my assignment. Until I've been assigned to move on and do something else, you're going to have to get comfortable with me.
That's it.
And I can be a lot. I know I like you. I have come to this place in my life where I'm like, I'm a handful and I've identified the areas where I'm a handful in, and I've learned to say you need to compromise on that, and you need to know when and where to flex that. Yep. Sometimes you got to be the one that's just like, not today. Yeah. I'm not gonna win this one. Yeah. I'm gonna respectfully bow down. Absolutely. And then other days you need to be like, I'm sorry, but
this is what it is.
I'm not gonna be able to agree with your opinion because X, Y, and Z. Yep. And hold your breath and make sure you didn't say anything too crazy and go from there.
Yeah. You just got to keep practicing that.
Yeah.
I see you.
I'm packing bags in this bitch. Like, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm having a blast. Thanks for the invite.
Hey, high five to you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. I got another question, ladies. You know, the men, they asked me, do women need me in 2022?
Oh, God.
Oh, see how they
I'll let somebody else go first.
That's how they did that.
I'll let somebody else go first.
We're gonna let her go. But I'm just gonna say this was on my topic list. So this was on my topic list. So yeah.
Oh man, I gotta take a sip of that one.
We do still need men, but not in the aspect of how they feel we need them. Like, we need them to be.
Explain that, baby.
Can we get the applause right there?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's no longer where we want to sit back and let you guys lead. You need to see us as the partners that we are, but you need to fulfill your position as the partner. That way, we can both feel equal. You know, times are changing, and we got to go with the change. Like, it's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
I mean, I agree, but the other part for me is the stuff that I feel like a man can do. I don't want to do it. So I will say, I need a man because I don't want to do that stuff. Can I do this stuff? Yes.
Yeah.
I can. You know, everything outside of having a baby, we know that. You know, we know all that. But I don't want to do this shit by myself. I don't. So do I need a man? Yeah, because I need some help with this shit. I might look like a Power Ranger, but I need help. You know what I'm saying? Shit. That's how I feel about it, you know. But if they're not showing that leadership, then no, I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely, that's how I feel about it. Like, no, come on, bro. Let's help me with this shit over here. Help me. Help me. But I need a real leader though, too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my take on it.
Miss Wells? Speak on it. Take it to church. You told you we bring the word like Sunday service on the side.
So when I came out here, I was like, give me a Stedman.
You did say that. Yeah.
You did.
Give me a Stedman.
Yeah.
I've been out here holding this shit down on my own for a minute. So I'm like, the only thing I really need a nigga for is dick. Like, I'm just going to be transparent. I ain't going to get out here and cap. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing, because I can't even say I need a man for intimacy, because if it really got that bad, I could go get a female and lay up with a female for that. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing that I could really sit down and say that at the end of the day I have to have a man for is for sexual pleasure, because that's my preference as far as who I fuck with. You know what I mean?
Right.
But outside of that, I mean, again, I've been holding this shit down on my own for so long that I don't want to.
Yeah.
Like, I think you keyed on the fact of it. No, I don't want to, but I don't feel like at the end of the day, I need a man to do anything to keep my world floating and in rotation. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are times when it would be nice. For you to cut this motherfucking grass.
Absolutely.
Go pick these kids up. Go cook. Go clean up and take some of this weight up off of my shoulder. Man. But at the end of the day, after pushing through that situation, I've been pretty much single for a very long time. And it was like, am I gonna compromise? And fuck with somebody that's not being my equal? Or am I gonna keep powering through until God gives me what's supposed to be here to multiply what I have going on? Right. I've been on the risky side of it and been like, until I can meet my match where I feel like someone can come in and really...
Yeah, you chilling.
You gonna have to... Listen, I do a lot. I do a lot.
I feel you.
I do a lot.
I feel you.
So you can't come over here half-stepping thinking that I'm just going to be like, oh, okay, it's cool, because I do a lot. Yeah. So it's
on
like...
That spin,
absolutely.
See, on that spin, I was going to ask y'all, can you deal with a busy man?
Growth? Hell no. Sometimes I be like, hold on. But maturity... has gotten me to a place where I got to respect that. Because if you tell me I need to slow down, I'm going to start looking at you funny. So how I'm going to tell you slow down when you in the middle of your grind too? Right. I need that same compromise. Right. I need that same grace and same understanding.
Right.
And so a question, why do busy men feel like they can't give that to their women?
You got to get that time in, because I was telling
that
my folk that other day. Because
girl,
because you got to put that in. You got to take care of home.
You need a pillow here. Like that.
You got to make sure that's handled. You know what I'm saying? You can handle your business, but like the old saying goes, you can make time what you want. You know, make time what you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, you got to do that, especially it's your baby boo.
If you're saying you're committed or this is something that I want to do, you got to include that in there. I'm gonna be A, B, C, not X, Y, Z. Like prioritize me at the end. It's not gonna work when you say this is something that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn that for myself too, because I'm extremely busy. Yeah. And sometimes it's like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Let me make sure I'm tapping in, because that happens.
Slow down.
Does happen. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, reciprocate it.
Absolutely. Yeah. But if you make that commitment, you can't say, oh, I was busy. Nah, you don't. What is that? You know what I'm saying? Busy doing what?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I was over Tony House.
Nah, playing the game. Nah.
But when you wanted some coochie,
exactly,
all the time, like here we are. You know what I mean?
Ample opportunity to get this thing.
I'm with you on that. Like, I kind of am like, that's an excuse.
Yeah.
You telling me that you're too busy. Like, I feel like you don't know how to prioritize what you got going on and what's important to you. Right. You need to work on your time management. Like, this is going to be an issue at some point later on down in the line. Because you can only use that with me for so long.
Right.
If we're communicating and I'm comprehending what you're saying, you telling me you busy, you got shit going on, you don't have time right now, give me a second.
Yeah.
Okay, I can work with that.
Yeah. But
you keep... We gonna be busy. We gonna have shit going on.
Yeah.
This it, this it. This is what we figure
right. Amazing points, but that's not what I was meaning. I'm sorry. I was saying like if the woman is busy too. Oh. Like and the man is busy and he's like he really needs you to do X, Y, Z. You know, for him, he's not like respecting you being as busy as he is.
Okay, so you saying that you have a partner, or the female has a partner that doesn't respect the fact that she's on her grind as much as he's on her grind too.
I think then, I mean, yes, communicate that, but at the same time, if that's a constant thing coming from your man, he's not busy enough. And so we're not compatible somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And it also depends on what type of busy the woman is too. Like, is it busy like she with her homegirls, or is it busy like she at work, she grinding? You know what I'm saying? It's a different type of busy. But I do feel like if one is busy and the other is not, yes, you have to make that time. But if you're not making that time, then that to me it won't work. For me, it won't. Like, you got to find something to do.
That fine line.
Yeah,
get your time.
You gotta, definitely. But I feel like if the busy person is if it's the female, then maybe if her schedule is always tied up, then maybe for the ladies, if y'all busy, maybe y'all should initiate when we can spend some time. You know, at least then your man knows, like, okay, she busy, because some men can be very patient. You know what I'm saying? Mine is. You know what I'm saying? Can be patient because I am super busy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I would need to say A, B, C, and D, or I have to stop for a second, you know what I'm saying? So that he even has the opportunity to say, hey, this is what's going on. You know what I mean? Now, if he can't respect that and that's a constant thing, man, we're going to have some issues. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have some issues.
Oh, man.
I think you keyed on it. I think it's about being equally yoked, or at least close. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, if we both hustling and we both busy, we gotta figure out how to hold the weight for each other. And instead of putting it off on one or the other. Key. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should be trying to sit down and say, okay, we know we got X, Y, and Z to do today. And down here in this common line, this is where some of these tasks are crossing. I'm going to take this. Yeah. You're going to take that. We can meet back up at the end of the day and revisit and make sure that we checked off everything that we needed to accomplish today. But it shouldn't, I don't feel like if you're my partner, you shouldn't dump on me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you here to take pressure off of me. Right. Not add pressure onto me. And if you not doing that.
Yeah. And that stems from paying attention to your mate. You got to pay attention.
Hey, y'all, look, I came with this podcast, and my studio is set up.
That's what you say. If you ain't doing that, that's what happens. So they had to put that out there.
My studio is set up so different. So he's got this little roadcaster thing. So he got these sounds, and I'm so excited every time he make a sound, because I'm like, oh yeah, I can't wait to get one. I can't wait to get one of these.
Change your life. Yeah, change your life.
The whole experience.
Absolutely.
I got a question, since we rolling like this. Can you be with a man that makes less than you?
Shit, I have a couple times. No, I'm not really trying to fuck with that. Yeah. Shit. I'm sorry, I took that one for us, ladies. Yeah. I have. I'm not gonna, no cap. I said before we started, I ain't gonna get on here and cap. I have been with some dudes that ain't on my level, and I think that's why I am the way that I am now, where I'm like so headstrong about if we ain't matching each other's hustle, like I can't really I can't really fuck around with that. I can still deal with someone that financially makes less than me right now. It's how you handle those finances that's most important to me. Like, it's okay. We might have to hustle. We might have to make some sacrifices until we get to where we get to. Yeah. But if you ain't making no money, and then the money that you do make, you just out here
jacking it off.
Yeah.
So then you gonna want my money, right? And now we got a problem because I'm not gonna give you my money.
Right. You know this light bill,
absolutely.
This light bill $800. You need to go ahead and pay that.
The fucking gas is $4.65 a gallon. Like I'm putting $50, $60 in my car, and I'm like, bro, I don't feel I don't.
Shit getting weird out here.
We staying at the house. Like we ain't going. We're gonna have to sit out. Like let's cook. Let's go get some groceries.
Man, say that. Say that.
Let's go get some. Turn the Netflix on. Like it's for real time to like drama. Like
I got you.
You know, it's okay. You might not be there yet, but if you come around fucking with OD, like I
Church
expect,
on the move.
Come on, grow up. You're gonna have to get a little more bread. Man, I'm out here on the hustle. Yo, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I can deal with somebody who makes less, but like you said, it's how you handle it. I definitely feel that. I'm one when I go out. Every time we go out to eat, I'm not pulling out my wallet. We not going Dutch. We not, none of that. We're not doing any of that. But I can't say that just because you make less than me that you couldn't fit the bill. You fit the bill, or if it's the light bill, you paid the light bill.
Hit that button one more time.
You know, just because you make
I got one more minute in there.
Check on the move.
That's it. So it don't bother me now. If we can't pay bills, or even if I'm not in the household with my man, you know what I'm saying? If you're not taking care of your stuff, that's a red flag for me. But if business is getting taken care of, how much you make, it don't bother me. I did a video on how you can even budget that. A lot of people want to do 50-50. Well, your man may not can afford half. You know what I'm saying? So his half may be smaller than your half. So it depends on how it works in the household. But as long as them bills are paid, I don't care how much you make. I don't care. As long as you're doing some legal shit, I don't care how you make it. Just as long as we ain't behind on the bills, I don't care. It don't bother me.
You know, I think you keyed on something real heavy right there, because your money might not even be what you helping out with that's making the biggest difference. Like you might be cutting the grass. You might be picking these kids up and ribbing and running them. You might be doing all these extracurricular things that's allowing me to make more money for us. So if you contribute in the best that you can, and then in other areas, footing your weight, we good. Like,
absolutely.
We good. Yeah.
I'm not saying whether or not my man makes more than me, but I don't buy my clothes. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Certain stuff like that, I don't. So I am able to put that money up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's not on you got to buy me shoes and all this stuff. But I don't pay for that shit. And it's expensive. When I finally get, my girlfriend day and I see all this shit that he done bought, I'm like, yes, I didn't have to pay for that. You know, and I needed that. You know what I'm saying? So
does he have a brother?
Hey, man, you learn from the best, baby.
Does he have a brother? Like, he might be one, I'm not looking for your dude, but I'm looking for one fucking like him. Like, let me not have. Like, I'm not going to say lie.
That's what I'm saying. You're supposed to keep your gal lace, like, because you want to see her like, damn, I like her shoes. Let me go and grab them. You already know the size, so... Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But sometimes we lose that as women, though, because it's like, oh, yeah, okay, he took me out and he bought me the clothes, but what about this light bill? It's like, well, he spent a lot of money somewhere else. How he gonna do this over here, too? You know what I'm saying? Or if he paying the bills and then you like, well, he don't do this and he don't do that. Well, you know how much money he make now. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Yeah, come on.
I think it's made the fry guy. You know what I'm saying? He just made it.
We gotta be reasonable here, that's reality.
Right.
Where he's supposed to pull it out, Yeah.
Man, I want to ask this, I'm just keeping all the way 1,000. One of my partners called and told me, he said, ask him this K, he lit. I said, I will. He said, can you date a man with an old car?
Oh, yeah. I ain't got no problem.
You got no problem with that at all?
No, we finna go.
We ain't walking.
Yeah, long as you
used
ain't walking.
cars are high as shit right now.
Man.
Like,
and you ain't got to go through modern no more.
She looked at him like, girl, I can't.
yeah, she been over here being super quiet, but
This ain't that bad with all
my homegirl, she has
acquired taste.
Yes,
Yeah,
I like how you put that. I like how you put that, my friend.
And everybody has acquired taste. There ain't no wrong with that.
It's some people that are thinking the same way you are. So let's hear about it. Let's hear about it. Ain't no shade at all. Ain't no shade at all. Not at all. If that's what you like, what you like.
Right.
It don't bother me.
I'm trying to tell you, man. You know, but I mean, go ahead.
I'm not a material person.
Yeah.
I'm not materialistic at all. So I used to care about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I'm really in the grind right now. So
it don't even matter.
It's like I don't care about the clothes. I don't care about the shoes. I don't care about none of that stuff right now. Like I'm in.
I catch y'all at the top type situation.
I mean, right. Yeah. Because what a lot of people don't realize is that what you see on TV is facades. Like, this is not true. These people don't own these properties. They don't have, this isn't their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Right. They can't really afford it. So it's kind of like, I want to be able to afford it. Like, I want to have those real luxuries. And right now, I can't
sacrificing.
I can't do it. It's either we gonna pay this podcast studio or we gonna get a Chanel bag. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, sometimes the bag wins, but most of the time it's the hustle. Like, so right now, especially if I have a partner or somebody that I'm dealing with that's in the same space, like, I can respect that. And I got to understand, like, you in the grind where I'm at too. Yeah. So I can't expect for you to be too far ahead of me or have a lot. I drove over here in a 2016 Altima that's dented and dinged and needs a car wash. Like, no cap for y'all. You know what I mean? So if you got a 2010 and your shit clean, like, I'm probably gonna want to hop in yours because your shit looks better than mine right now. So.
I'm trying to tell you, man, it don't matter, man. Like I told my folk, I say it's not the car, it's the nigga in the car.
That's it.
I ain't gonna lie either, though.
Yeah. Speak on it. Church on the move.
I would prefer that you not be. You know what I mean? Like, I do want the finer things. Right. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I want somebody that. I think that in a relationship, my goal is to be with someone that can develop me.
Yes,
right.
absolutely.
Level you up a little bit.
Yeah, like, I need you to. I want you to make me be like, I need to go harder.
Absolutely.
I need to go harder. Yeah. But I need you to have that grace to show me how to do that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, I need you to love me enough to say, okay, now roles is reversed.
Yeah.
Now I'm the one that's in the negative, and I'm coming to you not 100% who I am, like, but you on your shit, and you like, okay, I see your potential. Let me finish let me check, you know what I mean, and get you all the way together, so that way when I'm on your level, now we two bosses, bossed up where we at, so
bossed up.
Yeah,
always to the top.
This ladies just don't excuse the fact that just because his car is busted don't mean that his bank account is, though. Right. You know, because that could be why the car is busted. You know, I'm just saying. So you might have to tap in a little bit more.
I know a lot of OGs right out here chilling.
Yeah,
got a whole big old back row.
They straight.
You know what I'm saying? They
you
real
see that
straight.
bank account, you don't care. Like, if you sit in the front seat and everything, we just gonna roll the windows down. We all right. We good.
Take that rag. Wipe your face.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, wipe your face, baby.
So don't get it twisted.
I agree with that 100%. Yeah. Like, I'm always surprised that the people that's the most powerful in the room, you would never know that they're the most powerful people in the room.
He's in the cut.
They
deserving the whole room.
Like, even Elon Musk doesn't own a house. He sold all of his liabilities. He's not on a house. I'm assuming, of course, he probably has a Tesla. But outside of that, he doesn't own anything tangible that doesn't really matter. Like, Steve Jobs is a really good example as well. Like, he was a minimalist. So he didn't have a lot of things. He wore the same outfit every day. Like,
Dr. Dre, he said he got nothing but Air Force Ones and black T-shirts.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not an Air Force One.
I mean, as far as his,
like,
that's it, you know what I'm saying? You worth billions,
you could
man.
get some better shoes, right?
Because I'm thinking about it, if I got to be, I'd probably be in Nike Slides, something comfortable on my feet the whole time.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
you.
like,
I feel you.
I can dig it. I can dig it.
Yeah.
But these are the most wealthiest people in the world that's living like you don't even know it. So I don't know.
I don't know. If I got a lot of money though, I'm gonna have a BMW. I am. I am. I'm gonna be fresh it up if I can afford it. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the goal. Generational wealth is my goal. So until then, I am looking at okay, if I can get a BMW, how can I still tap into my daughter's life insurance account? Can I still do that? If I can't do that, I can't get a BMW. Okay. So I do enjoy the finer things, of course, especially if I worked hard for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if it's gonna stop me from what my end game is, then I can't do that. We're gonna do bologna instead of steak. You know.
All right.
So
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Make sure the bubble get in the middle.
Man, the bubble is important.
A little mustard on the little
Man,
sandwich.
Press it together.
I
Just
haven't had that in a long time.
Man, but I want to ask this, ladies. We're gonna take it to the bedroom. And, does size matter? See, he laughing. See, everybody's laughing. Look at everybody is laughing.
Okay.
And then this bitch took a drink.
Yeah, take a drink.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the thoughts that made
Yeah.
you pick that up?
What
Let's
are you
talk
thinking,
about it. Yeah.
Fred?
I say no. It's all about emotion.
Oh, that's so cute.
Okay.
That's so cute.
She like the finer things, but it's okay if the emotions are there. That's interesting.
cute.
I like that.
I can respect that.
I can. I can definitely respect that. I don't think it I'm saying that it's hard to say.
And mean it. Like, you want to say it, but you like.
I've dealt with some small ones before, but the ones that let me say this, the ones that I have fell in love with, they've had it together. Okay. Is that fair to say? So, yeah. Y'all can take that how you want to take it.
I'm going with you. That's what she said.
Okay.
That's it. That's what she said.
I'm going to leave it at that on that one. I'm going to end that right there.
Sucker for love, my bad.
See.
No, I mean, I think you can have good sex like with a not so big penis, but
Sometimes the big ones don't know how to do it. Mm-hmm. They don't.
What makes a good lover?
you just gotta know what to do. Like,
Okay.
It depends on your definition of a lover too. So.
Yeah, that's right. Right, how you like to be touched and and all that. Yeah.
I think you said it best. Like, sometimes you can have a big dick and it's like you don't even
know what to do with it. It's
like,
waste.
Like you didn't even kiss me. You didn't even like you didn't do nothing.
Damn.
Like,
It's just big.
yeah, that's it.
That's it.
So you was right. You was really actually right. Even though we was like, no little dicks allowed, but you know what I mean?
I feel where she coming from. Now, the large ones that I've had,
they knew what they was doing.
Yeah.
And that made me prefer the larger ones that know what they're doing. And most of them are like sensual. I think that's probably a really good word to describe it. Like they're in tune with the feminine essence.
Yeah.
And
Taking
they
their
know
know how to please you, basically.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Lady.
Right.
I know already.
Take a nigga panties off. Like, damn, can you kiss me, bro? Like, you just gonna jump straight into it. Like, hold on.
Hello. I feel what y'all saying because I know already. I do all that. So you know what I'm saying. But for real. But I want to ask this: has social media killed relationships?
Yeah.
Man, you asking all the good questions. Like, we've been breaking this shit down into episodes, and you was like, bam, 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 bam.
I told you ready.
Okay.
You know, sent me a minute to talk. I said, what about this one, man?
Okay.
Do you think it'd be good for y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I do. I think social media messes up. But I think what you said in the very, very beginning as far as being mature, that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? If you can't be mature, I mean, if we're going to worry about who hit the like button, who didn't, what type of picture did you show your cheeks? Did you? And then we looking at who liked the picture. Like,
we got too much time.
Yeah.
We got way too much time.
I'm crazy. Like, I'm crazy. I'm on all of that shit. Like, no. I'm the one. I am not even going to cap. Like, I have a no social media rule in my relationship. So we do not follow each other. We do not do.
But that's
any
upfront.
of that.
That's still a maturity level, though. You know because you know that's what it is.
Because I'm gonna be in your shit, and I'm be like, okay, so this bitch has liked every single post every week. Yeah. Like every post you put up.
She putting hearts.
What the fuck y'all talking about?
Right?
Like,
yeah.
Introduce me.
Yeah.
Introduce me today. Like, call her right now on Facebook Messenger and let's talk about this. So I'm just like, don't put yourself in that situation.
Yeah.
If you know that you cannot handle that, because you were grown. And like you said, I need to be mature, and that's one of the things that I'm working on. So it's kind of like, until I'm mature enough for us to be social media friends and me see other women engage with you, I'm a nut.
But I still feel like that's a mature thing, though, because you're taking accountability.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
We're no social media.
Yeah, we don't, because I'm bush your windows out your car. Like, we finna go
all
the way.
Windows out?
Yeah,
windows out the car.
I have, you know what I mean?
Unpack.
Yes.
You must call.
Okay, here it goes. Okay. Like, I've been in unfaithful relationships before.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that it's my future partner's responsibility to deal with what I've been through in prior relationships.
Right.
But it has made me look at situations a little bit differently. I feel like I have a level of understanding that you are going to interact and engage and be friends with people of the other sex.
Yeah.
It's when it becomes excessive.
Yeah.
And it's when you're not being clear that you have a partner. Yeah. You don't have to say, oh, D is my partner for life.
Yeah.
You just need to let these bitches know, like, you're unavailable. Yeah. So you need to like one post a week instead of all of them.
Yeah.
Like, just be respectful. You know what I mean? Like,
oh,
yeah. I feel you. And even with that, it's like sometimes you're gonna, in order to grow in that area, you're gonna have to tap into.
I know, girl, but I just like that. Yeah, I tried it, and then I was like, unfriend, because this shit finna go south real quick. Like,
and that's if you even want to grow in that area. It could just be, if you with me, we just not on social media, and that's okay too. You know what I'm saying? That's okay.
I bet Stedman ain't never been like, Oprah, why have you not ever put me on your social media page? I need him to love me like that.
Who's Stedman?
Stedman.
Like, you need to
Stedman.
Stedman, if you out there, man. Miss Wells,
I'm looking for you.
I don't think it's nobody that I liked every. Yeah, I mean, I feel you. I don't think it's nobody that I liked every picture on, except for who I was with.
I want to let the people know.
I'm like, whoa. Let me go on here. Even if I missed a few, I'm like, oh, let me go on here. Like, right. Yeah. So you got a good point there. I mean, if somebody is doing that to you, man, you like, who is that? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just don't have time for it. One, I think my man is fine. This is my man right here, y'all. So, hey man. So I think he is fine.
Go.
You know, I really do. I think he's fine.
I'm so embarrassed because you was telling us how great your dude
you're
was,
fine.
and I was like, "Where's his brother?"
It's okay.
My bad, but do you have a brother?
Right. But he does modeling and all that, so I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm very confident in myself, and I feel like if I've been through cheating, you know, I've been divorced. Mm-hmm. So, and that's one of the reasons why I got divorced. Okay. It was a hard thing. I took that out on him on some stuff, you know what I'm saying? But not with social media. I'm like, sometimes I've grown so much to where if it's not enough likes, I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't feeling him. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of trust there too, you know. So it did take some growth. You know, it took a lot of growth. And it's like, I don't think he really checking him. And if he is checking him, I know who I am. So it's going to come out how it's going to come out. Because I used to be that. Yeah. What's this? The phone ringing at this time. Who is this? The checking. I used to be that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So once I got to that point,
He built a foundation, like you said, kind of like Russell did for Sierra. Yes. He built a foundation for you to trust him and know that he has your best interest at heart all the time.
Right.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And it's rare.
Yes, it is.
It's very rare. I think that's something that people look for all the time in a partner, whether it's male or female, is someone that makes them feel comfortable enough to trust that you have my best interest at heart at all times.
Right.
And maybe it's just I haven't met that person that has kicked that up in me that's made me feel like, you know what, I'm gonna trust you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna trust you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna trust you.
And it takes time. Yeah. It does take time. Yeah. The fact that you say it up front, like I think that's a mature thing. I really do. And it doesn't mean that you have to say this has to be this because I gotta grow in that. No, the world will say you gotta grow in this area. You know, I would like for you to grow in that area. But if everybody's relationships work different, and social media just may not be the thing for you. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
We talked about that on our podcast last Thursday. Shout out to Two Jigs in the Dick podcast. But like, what works for me and my relationships, like you said, it might not work for somebody else in their relationships. And that's something I always try to tell my friends, or at least try to influence them. Like, whatever makes you happy, I'm going to support that. And wherever you want to be at, I'm going to be there with you through that process. Yep. I'm never going to be your friend that says you need to don't do this or don't do that. Right. Because at the end of the day, if it's my dude doing it, he might cheat and I might take him back. Yeah. He might have called me a bitch and we might move on from it by the end of the night. And we cool. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. But for somebody else, it might have been, there's no way in the world that I'm going to accept somebody doing these types of things for me. But you might have never felt a love like this in your entire life. And they do everything else right for you. Right. What I look like telling you to throw away something that's work-onable.
Yeah.
Work on that, cuz. Yeah, work on that. Yeah.
Webster, that's a word for you.
Yeah. Right? That's your word. You know what I'm talking about? That's your word.
Right. But for real, like, everybody has something that they got to fix and grow and learn to develop in their relationship. And if that's what you want to do for you, like, do it.
Teach me something. Do it, Just something I don't know. That's cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I love learning. New things, you know what I'm saying? So you just learned about this box. You like, hey, where you get that at? Like, you get this over here. You know what I'm saying?
Like, itching to get to my cell phone so I can Google it and find out more.
I got one last question. I got to pull it out from the...
And keep them coming. I like these questions. I'm actually like, okay.
With the... I just got to keep it way 100. Because I still... hear about it, see about it on Instagram and everything. Colorism with the women. The chocolates with the light, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been in relationships. It's like, I love all my caramels, my chocolates, all of y'all. As long as you treat me, me right, I'm good. Mm-hmm. But, I was attracting a lot of light-skinned women. So somebody see me like, oh, you like them yellow, don't you? I'm like, no, it ain't. Shawty cool. She got a job, you know what I'm saying? I like her. She just happened to be yellow, you know what I'm saying? Now I done dated some caramels and all that, but why is that? It's like you get pissed off, like, oh, you with that chocolate gal, ain't you? Oh, y'all black ass and all that old stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's terrible. Your
preference a problem?
That's what I'm saying, but probably to be mad because they done gone off with their business. You know what I'm saying? She yellow, then you got with a little chocolate, then she... upset because they're not together anymore. You know what I'm saying?
I like them dark. That's what it is.
This bitch has said like 5 sentences. And what we have learned is she likes dark men and the finer things in life.
Right.
What it is.
Yeah.
I love it. I like follow OGM complex as well.
Your needs, let us know.
I think it's still their
I'm talking about just
personal.
with women.
Yeah, it's their own
you know
personal
with the colors
thing.
and shit.
Yeah, it's their own personal issue. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Cause she missed that nigga, and you over there chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I think sometimes we have to find something. Yeah. You know, we just gotta find something. You know what I mean? So if I'm dark skinned and you always dating light skinned women, and I want you, why you always? You know what I'm saying? I think it's. Cause
I got a inbox out the blue. Cause I'm underground. I'm chilling.
What does that mean?
When I'm chilling, I'm underground. I'm not on. I'm not out. I'm like you. I'm grinding. You know what I'm saying? I'm with a purpose. You know what I'm saying? I walk alone. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's 4 inches.
We're gonna talk off the air about that.
Yeah, okay.
I'm about to use that
I'm
one.
I'm underground, so it's like, the only time you see me, doing this, we popping stuff up. I just gotta.
Does that mean you're unavailable?
No, never that. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm chilling, but it got to make sense for me to do it. Cause you're like, baby, I'm 44. And like you said,
it's the female version of a statement. Like,
you know what I'm saying? If we together, like I said, I was telling Amanda, I was like, I need a woman who, if I'm doing this, we on the same level, so we seeing each other all the time. Then it's gonna make the relationship even better because we grinding together. We see the same vision. Then when your vision hook up with a bad motherfucker too, so it's like,
yeah.
I'd rather take the sacrifice. It's like, baby, we ain't gotta go out to eat. You know what I'm saying? Pat that meat up.
But
I put it on the grill. You know what I'm saying?
If you don't go in the kitchen,
right?
Like, go,
you know what I'm saying?
go cook. Right? Yeah. Please go cook.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna go a little deep on the colorism question.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like society has conditioned us to go for the lighter, brighter, the pretty hair, the slim, the light skin. Those women they have always been the most attractive women. Darker women have always been, instead of it being like you're beautiful for being dark, it's always like,
you're pretty for a dark skin.
You pretty for a dark skinned woman.
Yeah.
Or like you pretty for a big girl.
Yeah.
Or you only beautiful when you fit that slim trim.
Hourglass.
Yeah.
Because I think Jill Scott's a sexy motherfucker.
Shout out to us BBW.
Yeah. Right.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
hey.
Yeah. So.
But I can say like I have insecurities because I'm not no thin girl. I've never been a thin girl. You know what I'm saying? But I know that I'm not an ugly woman. But if you put me up against a slim trim woman, I immediately feel like you probably gonna choose the slim trim.
Yeah.
Although I know there is a market for men out here that's like I prefer a thicker woman. You know what I'm saying?
But if I see you, I know you know how to fold clothes. See, a lot of people know how to fold clothes. You know
Yes, I do.
Already, so yeah, I choose her. Yeah, you don't know about fold no clothes. You don't know how much Chucky is at Kroger. No, none of that.
Right.
None of that.
What's crazy about that statement though? We had an episode on Unpacked Bags. What we think that men even want though is not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Yeah, it's not what we think at all. So it still goes back to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? The world is gonna feed us all type of shit, all type of shit. And just because I'm light skinned and not as thick as what people may want to be, whatever, big ass and titties and stuff, doesn't mean I don't have the insecurities either. You know what I'm saying?
That's so true.
So I think it still stems from ourselves. It still stems from ourselves. Yeah.
Very good. I can't argue with that. I have to receive that. So maybe it is the things that we are telling ourselves that's conditioning us to feel like this is what we supposed to be. And honestly, now media has become a little bit more friendly to diversity and in color, handicaps,
everything.
It's getting there. But at the same time, why do we give a shit about the stuff that people say? We don't even know them. We don't know them. So why do we even care about that? Why does that even matter? That's just my thought process wholeheartedly. I don't even know you.
Yeah.
I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even matter. And I'm cool with being the needle in a haystack that says, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Big forehead and all. What's up? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Yeah. It is what it is.
I feel you.
Yeah. That's how it got to be.
But that's maturity. I think that's a level of comfortableness with being your authentic self.
Absolutely.
That we talked about earlier, that people, that's a constant, like a constant battle for them to get to that place to where they can say, you know what I'm saying? Like, I might not be what other people think is right or wrong, but this is who I am.
Yes.
And if you supposed to be rocking with me, whether I'm dressed up, I'm dressed down, whether I'm in OD mode or I'm in LaToya mode or I'm hollering at these kids running through this house driving me crazy, like, you're going to love me for me regardless of what I bring out here. So it shouldn't be about color. But I don't really like light-skinned dudes. Like,
you don't like Drake?
I
you
used
like
to,
Drake now?
you know,
You don't like Chris Brown now?
When I was growing up, he's the exception of the rule.
She said it like this. She said Chris Brown. Her whole head with that. I felt you felt that one. That's
growing
all
up,
right.
I used to be like light, bright, and almost white. Like, I didn't want no dark-skinned dudes. You know? I come from the country, though. So I came from a predominantly white area. Yeah. And it could have been because of the environment that I was in that I had that preference. Yeah. Now, as an older woman, I do prefer a chocolate man. I don't really. It's not to say that I might not meet a light skinned dude that sweeps me off my feet. So Stedman, if you're light skinned, I'm receiving it, babe. It's okay. But just in case he's not, I tend to lean towards a darker complected man. Like,
I just like black men. It don't matter what
girl,
color.
That's it.
Just black
I didn't want to say it like
but
darker,
super dark. Don't matter.
Black with a Cadillac.
Yes, I love my black brother.
Yeah, I like black men.
This is episode 34, man. Ladies first, man. We can go on and on because. You know, but I think I can do a part two.
Casual.
Yeah, I got to do a part two.
Yes.
I think we got to do a part two. You got with that, you know what I'm saying? Because I got so many questions. I said, man, I don't got no time. You know what I'm saying? So,
this was fun.
Oh, man, I'm thinking.
This is my first time being on somebody else's podcast, like live. We've done virtual podcasts, but this is my first time doing this. And theirs was like janky and shit. So I ain't even gonna lie. It was a little weird, but I really like this.
Oh,
Thank
man,
you for having us
appreciate it,
out.
man. You know what I'm saying? We try to, I appreciate it, man. We're trying to just, show y'all good hospitality, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to D-Shot Films, you know what I'm saying? You can subscribe to Scott Sykes TV right here. You can see it. It's imaginary, but it's going to be there when it come up. But, ladies, you got any tags y'all want to give to people or whatever?
I'm growing my Instagram page, so you guys follow me on Instagram at It's Just Miss Wells, or you can look up Oprah Diddy and find me there as well. Always follow us on Two Chicks and a Dick podcast. Rachel J created this long-ass handle for us for our social media, and I apologize about it in advance, but it's Two Chicks and a Dick podcast with an underscore under every single word.
Man, Miss Jaleesa.
OGM Complex, we do parties, we do studio sessions, whatever you need. Come to us, we can get it. We do podcasts there at the studio also.
Okay.
Long Live Deal, he is a business partner, so we definitely miss him in there. But OGM is still here. This is what we're doing.
Okay.
Unpacked Bags.
Y'all make sure y'all check out Unpacked Bags on all platforms. Unpacked Bags on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Y'all make sure you check out the podcast on all podcast platforms as well, where we talk about unpacking relationships, spiritual, and emotional baggage.
Are we doing one tomorrow?
I'm going to talk to you about that.
Okay. See, it never stops. Like I was telling her, it's always growing. I'm a hermit. You know what I'm saying? I get my little movies and eat fruit. You know what I'm saying? Walk around the complex, get my exercise. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to make it happen.
Yeah. So, shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Shout out to Wavy Crew.
Man, all right. Shout out Big Pistol, man. Shout out to my man, Jay Mal, man. He out there having fun, man. This is episode 34, Ladies First. It's going down that real way, man. Subscribe to Scott Sykes TV. Go to that, all platforms, your Spotify's and Apples and all that. And around by this time, man, you know what it is. Church on the Move.